I'm Srisha. So I have already started one Spring Boot application for chatbot. Okay, this is running on HTTP 8080 with concept path. This. So what happens is this is a chat application. Okay, this is how it works, and we have to give some username. Okay, like Vishnu here, and we will give some username as Hari here. Okay, what happens is I'll just press some hi and send the text, and Vishnu says here hi. Okay, and here also says hello, and if I send the text, here also it comes hello. So though I'm running on different tabs and all, it is working. Vishnu says hi and Hari says hello. If I choose some files, right, for images, um for example, anything like yeah. So Vishnu sent this picture. Okay, and here also it has been received. Okay, here if I send some picture, right, for example, anything, for example, yeah, whatever, and Hari sent this picture, and here also it has been received. So this is how the chat application works. Okay, who sent what, everything can be noted here. So this we gonna build it. Okay, simply, for this what we are using is we are using something called STOMP. Okay, like you have HTTP, right, we have STOMP like protocol. Okay, sorry, yeah, simple text oriented messaging protocol. Okay, we have HTTP, right? So similar, HTTP is like a request response. You ask something and it will give you something. But Stomp is like it is always running and it is like subscribed. If something happens, like it is like a event driven. Okay, something, it will just listen to whatever it has. So it has this structure. Okay, send is like we have many commands for a stamp. Okay, we have send, subscribe, message, connect, and everything. Okay, right now we are using subscribe and send here. What happens is, this is a structure of stomp. Okay, destination, content type, and the message actually, and this will be the ending character. Okay, that's it. And all stomp starts with the URL called slash ws, WebSocket. Like we have HTTP colon slash slash put post and all, right. So we have something called like ws in stomp. Okay, yeah, this is the basic thing we have to understand. And yeah, and this is the basic HTML. Okay, we'll go from the HTML. um, yeah, what happens, this is the HTML. So we will place HTML and Java, CSS, JavaScript in the static folder here in the under resources. What happens is we will just import all SockJS and everything from JavaScript libraries, and we'll create some HTML elements. Okay, messages ID and all. What happens is username text, input field will accept the input, okay, of the type text. Okay, what happens here is this is the input. Okay, this is the input. This is of the type text, I can type anything. Okay, uh, that is the thing. And yeah, and we'll create one more input type called file. Okay, this is to accept the image file. So this is the file. Okay, and we will give ID as input image to file, and message input ID to the text. This is a unique identifier of that particular HTML element. And we'll create one button, and we'll name it as send, and we'll on click means on any mouse click, we are calling the send message function. So this is what it means. And yeah, and from here the JavaScript starts. Okay, what happens is we are defining one function called connect, right. And this connect is called here without any any mouse click or keyboard or backend thing. This connect has been called. Okay, what happens in the connect is we are this connect is called as soon as you open the browser. Okay, we are we are creating a socket, initializing the socket with this one, and stomp over socket. Okay, fine. And stomp connect dot connect. Okay, we have one, as I told, right, we have connect and everything. We are connecting and we are subscribing to the topic messages. Okay, what happens is we are subscribing to this one. Subscribing means from backend it will receive the data. Okay, that is what the subscribe means here. And on subscribing we are calling one more function called show messages. Okay, this one what will come, we are getting element of the ID messages. Okay, here we have messages, right. We have defined these messages. Okay. Here is the messages. Okay, this messages is nothing but this one, the messages we can which can be seen, right? So that is the messages. Okay. We are defining one, that id we are getting, and we are just checking if there is text or images, and then we are just displaying the messages. Append child is nothing but create one element of the type image or div, and of that div we are just putting, I mean, showing the images there. So that's all we are doing in the show message. Okay. And what happens, this is for the show messages. Okay, as soon as we connect to the open the browser and connect it to the stomp, right? We are just seeing if there are any messages, and show the messages as soon as long as the application is running. Okay. But now what happens if I send the message, if I type something and send the text, right? So if I press on the send text, we are calling one send message function. Okay. Here I told, right, on mouse click. Okay, text, we are calling one send message function. Here in the send message function, we are likewise we are getting the uh, data from that id element, username. So username is this one, Vishnu, or whatever we have called. Okay. And then we are stomp client dot send to the app slash chat. Okay, this is for sending from client to server, or sending data from javascript to java. Okay. And we are sending in that particular format itself. This is called when the mouse is clicked here. Okay. But when the image is uploaded, right, we as soon as the image is uploaded, it is being sent. So we are not in, I mean, using any button for that. We can use if it is required. Okay. We are just using file reader. Okay. And we are just reading that particular file images, and we are just sending to that particular app slash chat. Okay. For text also slash app slash, and for images also slash app slash chat. Okay. They are just sending that one, and yeah, that's how index works. And what happens at the backend, right? This is the main application which starts, and we create one class called WebSocket config. Okay. This is of the configuration, and we are enabling the WebSocket broker. Okay, this will implement WebSocket message broker. Okay, this is from the Spring framework itself. So as soon as we implement this interface, we have to override these methods. Okay. First we have to register the registry. Okay. This is also inbuilt from Spring. We are initializing this slash ws. Okay. This is the WebSocket endpoint, not the HTTP endpoint. Okay. Then we are just allow all the requests from any URL. We are not checking any authentication or something like that as of now, and we are using SockJS. Okay. Then this is for initialization, and this is for configuration the message broker registry. Okay. We will enable the simple application destination prefix app slash app. We have seen here, right? As soon as any data is sent from UI to backend, we are using slash app. So this slash app comes from here, because we are setting at the backend, right? And we are using simple broker starting from slash topic. Okay. Slash topic means we are subscribing, right? So this was slash topic is from java to javascript, from server to client, or backend to front end. Okay, that is what we are using here. And this is for whenever we are sending any images, right? It will have some buffer limit. Okay, after this memory or something, some kb we will not allow, because it will be all partitioned and everything. So we are setting 200 kb max. Okay. Any images of the size less than 200 kb can be sent to through this application. So that's why we are using this one. And we'll create one controller. Okay. Controller, note that we are not using any get put or message. We are just using this. Okay. This is the import statements of the configuration. I'll just show you. These are the import statements. Okay. And for chart controller, right, we are using this simple messaging template that's also from Spring. Okay. And we are using at the rate message mapping. Okay, at the rate message mapping slash chart. So slash app is already registered. Since this is using slash chart, it will append as like this slash app slash chart. Okay. This is for receiving the images from javascript. Okay. And this one will take argument of the type chart messages. Chart messages will have like sender, content, and type. and particular getters for these things. Okay. And after getting the messages, we are just broadcasting it to from the message template to the url slash topic slash messages. Slash messages appended by this method. Okay. We are just broadcasting to this one, so whosoever from the front end are listening to this slash topic slash messages will get the messages sent from this particular method. Okay, that is what we have done here. Subscribe to slash topic slash messages. Okay, this is for sending to slash app slash chat uh, to here. And the data received sent from slash topic slash messages will be listened from here. Okay, the subscribe, the stomp client dot subscribe. So as I told, right, stomp client will have send, subscribe, and all these things. So we are making use of these things. And yeah, this is how it works. Okay. These are the import statements for javascript, and this is how it works. Okay. Yeah, but is this the only way to start this web socket? No, we have another methods, many methods. Okay. For example, we have chat endpoint, using another open thing. So this we are using from Jakarta. Okay. That is for the application we built is from Stomp. Okay, using Java Spring Boot. So here you are using Jakarta itself. Okay. So what happens is we do not need any controller for Jakarta if you are using. Okay. Just we have to annotate with server endpoint chat, and on open, on message, on close. These are three annotation which we use for the session. Okay, we'll just add whatever we want in the session. And if there are any error, these things will get invoked. And yeah, we use similar HTML for that as well. Okay. Yeah, on message, on chat, what we want, we'll just send the message and receive the message from JS. And there are another method as well. This is also from Spring framework, but instead of extending this WebSocket, we can extend this text web socket handler also. This is also one more method. So if we extend this class, right, so we have to override all these methods, and similar way we have to configure, and we have to add an handler like this. Okay. And this also will work. So this is how we do. Yeah, this is a basic thing. And this is what we have done here is for only general purpose, right? So if I send anything, right, this is only for general purpose. So what if you want to make it some private chat message, private chat? Okay. To make a private chat, this is from another project. Okay. What we'll do is we will add one method called, I mean, another field called recipient. Okay, private recipient. So this recipient will, only this recipient will get the messages. Okay. We will just configure all these things here as well. Okay. It has a little more configuration, but not too much. Okay, it can be understood. So we'll create one more user destination, broker, and everything. And we will create one more recipient. Okay. And in controller we will add for which recipient it has to go there. And similarly in this JavaScript file also, we can make those functions. Okay. Subscribe to which recipient it has to go and everything. And what if we want to create groups, right? So if we want to create some groups, we will add one more endpoint here which accepts a group id. Okay. And which will take this destination variable as group id and messages. Okay. While sending the messages, we will append this group id. Okay, we'll just append this group id and send. And in JavaScript, we'll just listen to that particular group id. Okay. We will not go through the front end much, yeah, but we can subscribe to that particular groups and all. I have commented here this needs some more changes, so that's why. So we can join that group and do the listen to that particular messages after subscribing it. So backend changes are only this one. This is for separate group, separate endpoint. And this is for private chat. We'll just create one recipient and get it. So yeah, this is how it works. So yeah, this is how the chat works. So yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, thanks everyone.